easier if the phone was up there, but whatever, this works. Hopefully a bunch of people come in.
I didn't realize we were.
No, I just went live.
That's funny.
We got our shit talking out of the way, now we can... So every time I do a podcast...
It's funny, it's like if I've been online saying all that stuff.
Every podcast I've done with a comedian, we get our shit talking out of the way, and then you start recording the podcast.
That's very healthy.
Yeah. There's before and after podcast talk, and then during. Son of a bitch, come on. Whatever, we'll see how long this even lasts. Because I usually have a way better fucking situation as far as...
That's a cool idea to fucking be on live.
Dude, when I like drive these long ass gigs,
that makes sense.
Sometimes I'll gain like 20 new subscribers just talking shit on the road. Yeah, dude, it's not a bad thing. We're kind of in stop and go traffic right now anyway. The only thing is when you're way out in the boonies, sometimes the connection is just too fucked up and you can't like really stay keep the stream strong.
Right.
So he said 10 to 12 minutes, that'll be fire. I was expecting like 7.
Right. Yeah, because like when he messaged me about it, and the chain of interactions is funny because he was like, "Oh, do you want to do a guest set?" And I was like, "Sure, where is it?" And I looked it up, and it was far away, and I can't try it. So I said, "I'm sorry, I can't do it."
Yeah.
And he was like, "Oh no, I'll find you, a ride." And I was like, "It's really, not a big deal. This is just a guest set. It's totally fine. I appreciate you reaching out." And then he adds us to that group chat, and he was just like, Jacob wants to know if you can give him a ride home. I was like, well, no, I wanted him to ask you. I don't want.
Yeah. That's funny. Now you're right next to where I live, so.
Right, perfect. I eat at that Denny's down the street a lot.
Oh, okay. How long you been in town?
About a month now.
Okay. Yeah, no one has joined yet. This is so hit or miss. Like when I was just walking around Kill Tony like 2 weeks ago, I had like 250 people watching and it had 10,000 views, and then last week it was a dud, and then sometimes...
Oh, there's one person.
There's one person. No, there's no person. Sometimes it takes like five minutes for people to start to actually fill in. Nobody bites.
So you're live on YouTube?
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Sometimes it becomes like wild. There's like dozens of people in here just asking questions and shit.
And these just end up being random people. These aren't even just like your normal subscribers.
No, it's mostly normal subscribers. But some randoms do spill in sometimes, though.
Yeah, I'm definitely concerned. That's a great idea, Jesus.
Yeah. I learned it from my buddy Corey Adam, who's a stand-up comedian, who we would drive to Dallas and do shows, and he would go live on his shit, and then he's monetized, so people would be sending like super chats and shit. We made like $80 just driving to Dallas, and then we spent it all at Buc-ee's.
Dude, I got to go to Buc-ee's for the first time. It was incredible.
Yeah. It's the best. They pay so well. I've thought about working there before. So this gig starts at 8:30, so we're good. So have you just been mostly doing mics while being in town?
Actually, I've gotten stupid lucky. I'm gonna be completely. It doesn't make any sense. I've done definitely a handful of mics, but I've gotten to do 2 shows at the Vulcan. I got to do Kill Tony. I got to do what was
Yo, Todd, what up?
Hi Todd. Here, I'll just like hold my hand up the entire time, so if someone clicks it willy-nilly, they'll just be like, "What the fuck is that?"
I should have made that the thumbnail.
yeah. Just like a zoomed up scar.
Yeah.
What do you think? You can get a good look at the where I split my wrist open.
Right. It's hilarious.
Hello. Oh, same time. Sorry.
Same guy. I don't know why it's so slow right now, but I'll give it another 5 minutes, and if it's nothing, I'll turn it off. So you said you've done Vulcan?
Yeah, I did a showcase somewhere. Oh, I did Show Pony.
Isabella's show?
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. I did something else, I can't remember where it was. But doing the Buzzmill showcase. It's called the Soho one.
Oh yeah, dude, I was supposed to do that tonight, but I canceled it for this.
Right, yeah.
He tagged me in the flyer, and I messaged him. I'm like, sorry, but I'm actually going to New Braunfels, and he never responded, and he still has a flyer up, so I'm like, whatever, bro, I hit you up, my bad.
Yeah, I was gonna maybe bark tonight, but I'm on the show tomorrow for sure. And then Sunday, the East Austin Comedy Club.
Nice. I'm on that, well, am I on Sunday? No, I'm on next Sunday, I think.
Oh, tight.
We're headed to New Braunfels to do some American Legion comedy gig. Nobody's joining. This is wild. I swear to God, someone said
No, I believe. Yeah, you said you got what was it? You said 250 one time? Just
yeah. Well, it was walking outside of Poor Choices. It might have been the night you got on Kill Tony.
Oh, okay.
It was. I think it was that night. We got 2 people now.
All right.
There might just be a lurker that disappears in a second.
Here, I'll hold my hand up.
Yeah.
Let me ask me to do stuff.
This traffic around this time gets wild sometimes. So you've been Ubering everywhere mostly, or what?
I'm bussing it mostly. I'm a big public transit guy.
Nice.
Because I never have to pay for it. Because whenever I got on the bus, they never want me to scan the card. They just go, just keep walking.
Yeah.
They just like assume I have a pass.
Nice.
We've been lifting a bit. And my friend Mort has his car down.
Yo, Josh Graves. What up? Josh Graves is a longtime friend. I've known him like 10 fucking years or more than that.
The blood shit, dude. I fucking
do the blood sign. Yo, Alex. All right, people are in here now. Finally.
Hey, hold on, maybe I can. Oh, that's the closest you're gonna get. This is gonna be a bit more than blood.
Right.
Give you some plasma.
So we're headed to this show in New Braunfels. We're about 33 minutes away. It's at the American Legion. He said there's going to be a good turnout, so.
Fuck yeah.
It was funny the way he said it too. He's like, I mean, there might be like 50 or 60 people, hopefully more. I'm like, that sounds phenomenal.
Yeah, that sounds great,
shit,
bro.
Dude, I perform for 3 people all the fucking time. Like, I'm good on that.
Yeah, dude. I performed for 1 person. I watched my friend Sam Rager do one time. Hey, shout out to the 3 people watching. My buddy Sam Rager, she's the best. I watched her do 45 minutes, phenomenal stand-up comedy to 1 person in Tecumseh, Michigan, the Tecumseh, Michigan brewery. And that one old drunk man, he was having a great time.
Hell yeah.
He didn't sexually harass her once for 45 minutes. Do you know how crazy that is?
I've been there. Wow, it's crazy. There's stop and go traffic in the middle of the fucking interstate right now. Like usually, like this is like inside the city ass.
Right.
Good thing we're early though. So how I keep thinking it's Saturday for some reason. Yesterday felt like a Friday for me. I almost said, how's everyone's Saturday going?
How's everyone's Friday going? Thank God it's Friday.
TGIF.
Sketchiest shows we've ever done. You go first.
Sketchiest? Does that mean like there's an element of danger, or like am I gonna get paid, or like? I remember. This is a different story. I think it's the only time I ever just left this show without performing. It was at like it was in Marana, Arizona, and Marana is like this small trailer park of a fucking city right outside of Tucson, and they were doing like it was like, I don't know if it was like a fair. There was just like a bunch of vendors, and real small, and there was a petting zoo, and we were supposed to do comedy in this tent next to the petting zoo. So we're like, and we're really new, like 6 months into comedy. We're like, all right, let's do this petting zoo, fuck it. As we're about to start the show for like 6 people, one of the fucking goats gets out and starts running. So it's like, hold on, wait a second, let's go, like, we have to round up the animals. So we're helping chase this fucking goat. We get the goat in, and it's being like, you know, like that construction, like net-looking ass fucking barrier shit. Like that's
Oh yeah, the steel wiring thing.
That's what's keeping like the animals in. And then we're like, all right, now
that's not strong enough,
bro. And like now let's really start the comedy. As we're about to start, another animal gets out, and then the guy who's like coordinating the show chases it, and me and my buddy look at each other and go, let's get the fuck out of here. And we just beelined it to the fucking car and drove away. It was just like, I'm not dealing with this fucking shit. Yeah, that was fuck.
I've
yeah.
never heard a show with I mean, there's been animals at shows, but just dogs. It's just.
Oh yeah, we've all had dogs like bark and disrupt shows before. One time there was this fucking dog that would come every week to an open mic that I ran. I felt so bad for it. His name was Zeus, and I would try to do crowd work to the dog just to be stupid and shit. And we all loved Zeus, but the sound of the sound system would be too high-pitched for him because it's a really small, intimate bar, and the dog would start howling sometimes, and a comic would get too close, or like the feedback was too loud, and I was like, this dog is going through it right now, like dealing with the fucking sound system. Oh, we're in Kyle, Texas. Population 800 and your mom.
Went to Waco.
Have you been to Waco?
Yeah, that was the second day I got here. I went to Waco.
Did you do a show?
No, I just went to look at the piece of dirt that's still there at the compound.
Oh my god. Did someone comment? Oh, that's... Wait. Must be harder to play to 3 people than 60. Yes.
Oh yeah.
Way fucking harder.
Unless they're old women, I'm a real hit with the old ladies.
Huh.
One time in Detroit, Michigan, we were at this cider lounge. I think there were like 6 old ladies in the crowd. And the lady who went up before me, she was really upset that there were only 6 old ladies in the crowd. And she really took it out on the old ladies.
Oh my god.
And the old ladies were not happy with her. And then like she closed her set and was just like, we were like, that's been my time. You guys have been bad. Goodbye. And they were like, what the fuck? We're just some old ladies. We're just hanging out. We're old ladies. And then I go on, and I was just like, why was she so mean to you? And then I had a great time. I ended up doing, I think I did 30 minutes, just 6 old ladies, and I wore some old lady's sweater.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, it was great. I like it, but a lot of times, people give me their clothes. I'm just a very shriveled up looking person. People naturally want to put things over me.
That's hilarious.
That wouldn't be the sketchiest show I did. The sketchiest show I did, it was in a good way still. When I say sketchy, it was in Detroit. It was at a recycling plant.
Oh my god.
The show was called The Chucky Finster, and every show that they would do at this recycling plant would have a special theme. Like one of their shows was, for some reason, it was Tony Hawk Pro Skater themed, and they had a bunch of weird skateboard shit. The one I did was Marlboro Red themed, and they had a big box behind the stage, and then just like big dry ice cigarettes burning the entire show.
Yeah.
It was a blast. Actually, Mark Norman did a guest set at that show. That was 9 years. That was so long ago. He had headlined the Comedy Castle, and somebody DM'd him and was like, hey, do you want to come do a spot at this recycling plant? And because this was 10 years ago, he would still want to do something like that.
Yeah.
And he just dropped by. I didn't get to talk to him or anything, but I was like, that's pretty cool.
Right. It's hilarious. It's weird the big comics that will fucking stop by. Even though he was still headlining back then, so it wasn't like...
Right.
But he wasn't like he is now.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I think at that point he'd been headlining the Castle still for at least 5 years at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so cool, like, just seeing, like, looking back at, like, your home club's lineage and seeing how many of those comics now are, like, massive names.
Oh, man, yeah. 100%. We do that a lot. Yeah, I've seen people go, like, people that I started with, too, man. Because I've been doing it so fucking long now that there's a lot of people who I started with who, like, legitimately made it. And, like, they blew up. It's like, whoa.
It's like a decade of time. You look back, you're like, damn, that is really a lot of time. A lot can really change for...
Oh, yeah.
If you know 1,000 people, that's 1,000 different lives changing over time.
I don't know what's up with my YouTube anymore. Someone said ever since I got to over 1,000 subscribers that my reach has been reduced. I'm like, how does that make sense? That makes no fucking sense, though.
Okay, what was your worst heckler experience? That's what they asked.
Oh, someone asked that? Worst heckler experience? Oh my god, I've told this story too many fucking times. The guy wasn't even really heckling. He was just like being drunk and loud and didn't know I could hear him. But so there's this open mic in Tucson, still my favorite open mic I've ever fucking done. Because we did it for years. Doug Stanhope used to show up all the time and like fucking host it. Because he lives in Bisbee. You know Doug Stanhope?
Yeah.
Yeah, he lived in Arizona. Like, I've gotten to know him pretty well. Like,
that's tight.
Over the years.
Tight.
Been to his house a bunch. But we would do this open mic on a patio, and I was maybe like 3 months into comedy. Maybe. And I was mostly just sticking to these other open mics, or like the comedy club, which was way easier. You get to do 3 minutes, or some people, it's just like you can actually do well. But a grimy ass patio dive bar situation, and they would give us like 10 minutes. So I'm up there bombing so bad in front of a ton of people. Like, there was always a big crowd. And this dude turns to his friend and says it really loud so I can hear it. Dude, this is so bad. And I was just like, so it fucks me up and I start to get like flustered. Mm-hmm. So now I'm like forgetting what I'm going to say next and shit. The same dude goes, whoa, it looks like he's going to pass out. And that kills him. Saying that gets a huge laugh from the crowd. So I just I have nothing to say to this dude. And I kind of finish up my last semblance of a joke and then get the fuck off stage. And I start to walk back to my car and I'm like, you know what, fuck that, I'm gonna get drunk. And like,
oh nice, that's a great
dude, they would sell 24-ounce PBRs plus a shot for $5. This is 2011. Like, that's such a good deal. Like, that's like to have essentially 3 drinks for $5 if you do like the math. And I sit there and I proceed to watch every comic murder. Crush. Like, every comic killed.
That would bum me. I'd kill myself.
Dude, but now looking back, I swear to God, every comic that was up there killing either doesn't do comedy at all anymore or like rarely fucking does it. So it's insane to see that giant shift.
Right. Yeah. And people just stop loving it.
And I've even been almost attacked on stage before. One time some chick waited for me outside to fight me or to attack me or some shit. She threw a drink at me and then waited outside, and they said they were at the same place, Mr. Heads, and they said they were going to call the police if she didn't leave, and she finally left.
See, people don't usually want to fight me after shows. People just want to like ask me to do weird things with them, or they try to sell me things, or like it's very weird. Also, my worst heckler experiences, most of the time, my worst heckler experiences are not angry people. They're people that are rude to me in a way where they think they're being friendly. Where like sometimes people. I've had people tell me I shouldn't tell jokes about myself to my face in front of crowds of people.
Yeah.
And, like one time I'll just tell a joke. I was doing. I don't know if I do this now because it's just so abrasive. But people always ask me if I got bullied. I always say no, I didn't get bullied. People assume I always got bullied. You know, the only time I got bullied was one time this guy asked me, "Hey Jacob, did your parents miss the abortion?" And I said, "No." They just tried to do it themselves. And I told that joke, and a lady was like, you shouldn't say that about yourself. I was like,
oh, God.
It's my body, my choice.
No shit.
It's my body, my choice. You should know that. You're what? Come on. Let me talk about my own shit.
Yeah.
Or you just not like the joke. That's totally fine, too. When people don't like my comedy, I get it.
Right.
I'm a very obnoxious. I think I'm very obnoxious. My parents don't like my comedy. I don't think my parents even think I'm funny.
Really?
Sometimes. But like they watched the Kill Tony episode. They didn't like it.
Oh God.
Yeah. They were like, why did you let them be so mean to you? And I was like, I was having fun. It's like that was the craziest night of my life. What are you fucking talking about?
Yeah.
I brought up the thumb. I was like, play with it. I knew they were going to play with me like a toy. Of course.
Right.
That's what I look like. It helped me.
Do weird stuff?
Do weird stuff. Oh, okay. God damn it. I will be specific. Okay, so this happened 3 times. I have been approached 3 times by couples seeking my companionship for the night. I never got deep enough into the situation to know the circumstances of what they wanted me to do exactly with them, but it was pretty clear, and it made me very uncomfortable. The 3rd time it happened, my fiance was there, so that's pretty funny. Very bold of these motherfuckers. And I'm not saying that from a perspective where like I'm saying like couples are wanting me to fuck them because I'm so hot. I think they might want me to just do something weird with them. So I don't think it's like because I'm so cool. I think it's because I'm a freak. But who knows? Yeah, obviously ooze machismo.
Ollie, have you done any Ron Heron gigs? Oh God, dude, Ron Heron's a fucking lunatic. I haven't done shit with Ron Heron since me and Jonathan Gregory when I first moved out here. And I'm assuming you've done Ron Heron shows. You don't know who Ron Heron is, do you?
No,
oh my God,
I'm excited.
bro. He's like this fucking promoter who lives in New York but books shows all over the country, and he calls it Heron Entertainment. And he requires that the comedians bring the sound system. It pays okay, but he's such a fucking asshole and a lunatic that he like will start fake fights with you, and then when you get mad at him, he gets mad back at you. It's so hard to even explain. Like so I brought my sound system to like this brewery.
Wait, does every individual comic have to bring their sound
No,
system?
he just requires that someone brings the sound. It was me this time, and we're doing this. We set up the sound system. We're ready to do the show, and we're sitting at the bar, and he's Facebook messaging Jonathan Gregory, the comedian Josh Graves, who's in here, knows super well, and they're like asking about money, and Ron Heron says in the message, "You tell that bitch I said 200," and she walks up and reads the message and sees it, and then kind of like looks at us, and now she's kind of mad at us, and just her whole energy is thrown off after that. The show goes pretty fucking well, but like, then he used to like send me messages like, "I heard what you said last night. Not cool, bro, blah, blah, blah." And I'm just like, what the fuck are you talking about? And then Jonathan calls me. Ron's gonna fuck with you, just a heads up. And I was like, yeah, he's already fucking with me and we're fighting right now. And he's like, no, he's not serious. So, like, I just ended up just pretending, I just went with it. Like, you know, but he books these gigs everywhere. And then he offered me a bunch of dates, like a bunch. Like, can you go to South Dakota, North Dakota, Montana, Idaho?
Bring that sound system.
Bringing the sound system. And I was like, bro, I just got to Texas. I'm broke. Like, you know, I have cats that I need to take care of. Like, I'd love to do some more gigs that are kind of within like the 2 to 3 days on the road range and around Texas right now so I can settle in. He took that like as offense, like I don't want work. So like he stopped booking me on everything after I turned down that run.
All or nothing.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So I was like...
Sounds like a disgruntled clown kind of guy. He's this headliner guy from Michigan. Literally almost similar, only he's a clown also.
Oh my god.
So replace everything you said.
He's actually a clown?
Yeah, so if you're watching this, for you gotta go out there and find this great bit by this guy named Andy Samford. If you don't know Andy Samford, he's great. He has this bit called Tears of a Clown, and it's the story about him working with the disgruntled clown. And yeah, basically he's this clown. He's disgruntled, so he's a clown, but he's not happy about it.
Yeah.
And he's a total hack. He lures new comics into opening for him, and then he rips them off.
A story as old as time.
Yep, he rips them off. He roasts them on stage after he sets them up to do poorly. He's a piece of shit. His shows made me want to kill myself. Well, actually, one of the first times I thought about quitting comedy was after a run of disgruntled clown shows, where there would never be a host. Sometimes there'd never be even a sound system. One time I just had a podium. One time I did a disgruntled clown show, it was just a podium.
Like you're a politician.
Yeah, I am a goddamn politician. And I would go up and I would do 30 minutes completely cold to VFW halls. Sometimes they had no idea comedy was going to happen. And they would pay okay.
Yeah.
So that made me feel internally like, oh, this is what comedy is. This is what doing the road is going to be. So
doing some of that shit's important though, I feel like. Especially early on.
No, yeah,
like
no, definitely
important.
learned a lot about like trying to overcome, because this is a lot of old people. And I was like, okay, this is a good experience. And some of the shows ended up going okay, but like, God, some of them were just terrible. Just terrible.
Yeah, the worst is because I see comics like they can't handle bombing like on open mics. I'm like, I've bombed the whole time when I'm paid to do 45 fucking minutes before. And I'm just like, 2 minutes in, they hate me. And I'm like, oh my God.
It's over.
I'm like, what? And then like, you kind of win them a little bit here and there, but it's so hard, man. I remember I did, this room is actually normally good. Maybe you've done it, Josh. The Inn of the Mountain Gods in fucking Mescalero, New Mexico. There used to be like a run where you do this. It was a tribble run, if you've heard of those.
Yeah.
Where you do Mescalero, New Mexico, and then the next day would be Albuquerque. And the Albuquerque room was so much better. But the Mescalero one day, Dave Tribble was there, and he like watched me bomb, and then like tore my set apart afterward and told me everything I did wrong and where I lost them and how I shouldn't say. I was too dirty, and they were an elderly crowd, and they don't like gay jokes. I did a joke. There was a joke that I did where the punchline was me sucking a dude's dick or something crazy, and it bombed so bad, and he told me to never do that joke again. And like, the next day he came up to the Bernalillo, which is Albuquerque, and luckily I had like a really good set. But those fucking casino gigs, man, they're not there for comedy, but they're like, there's comedy going on, so they'll reluctantly or just out of boredom go to a show, and you're supposed to do 30 to 45 minutes, man, and when they don't like you, it's like
cooked. You're
immediately too. It's just
the
like
sweatiest I've ever been. I've been there. Just like one time I did a show in Columbus, Ohio, and then since I'm from Michigan, they were big football fans.
Yeah.
They introduced me, and I said, from Michigan, from Ann Arbor. They booed me. They hated me.
Oh,
they
God.
saw me. They still booed me. My hands did not compress any of that hatred into any sympathy. They hated me the whole time.
Fucking animals.
I cried. I thought I was like, I'm the worst comedian ever. I did 2 headline sets. They hated me both times. It was the most money I ever made at the time for ever doing stand-up, but I never felt like more of a failure. It's incredible.
Yeah, those gigs will eat you alive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, football fans are fucking insane, dude. Some of the worst
I was like,
people
dude,
in the
obviously
world.
I'm not on the fucking Michigan Wolverines, and obviously I'm not a fan.
Like, even here in fucking Texas, if you say anything disparaging towards the Cowboys, dude, the crowd will like fucking audibly just start hating you. Like, they'll just start yelling out and, oh, fuck you, blah, blah, blah. Like, I mistakenly said something about the Cowboys eating shit or something because they had lost to, like, the Niners or something, and I said something about the Cowboys sucking shit or something, and they turned on me so fast. I was like, aren't you guys used to losing, you fucking failures? Like, you haven't won in 30 years. Is this breaking news? The Cowboys are dog shit? And that made them hate me even more, and I just bombed, and I was like, fuck them, I don't give a shit. How sad is your life that you give a fuck about a bunch of millionaires that not only do they not know you, they don't want to know you, and they're never going to know you, and now you hate me because of I brought it up.
They would prefer you were dead, actually.
Oh, dude, seriously.
I saw that comment. Are you saying I look like Buddy Holly? No way.
Ali and Buddy Holly, yo.
Okay, I think that's a compliment. I'll take that.
Yeah.
That's fucking sick. That's a great Weezer.
About this, ever since I cracked 1,000, them saying my reach has fucking decreased. I don't get it, because usually there's way more people. When I only had like 800-900 just like a month ago, I was getting like, it wouldn't be crazy, but we'd have at least 15 people in here right now. I don't know why it's just stuck at 3.
It's like a time zone thing. We could definitely try again on the way back.
Yeah, we'll try it again.
Not to disrespect the 3 people. Yeah,
no, that's great,
yeah.
But, well, just like a comedy show too. It's just like no one wants to perform for 6 people,
right.
But there's still fucking people, and you have the empathy and understanding. They're there to have fun, so it's like I try to like.
Hell yeah! Thank you. That's very good.
Well, we're gonna be there in like 13 minutes, so. I didn't say share it on Snapchat, but maybe next time. I thought with you going crazy viral over the week, I was like, yeah, because a bunch of people from Kill Tony come on here, so I was like, now this is really going to bring the Kill Tony fanatics out, and nothing. It's just 2 people that I've known for 10 years are in here. That's it.
Here, on my way home, on our way home, we could
we'll
try sharing it on mine.
Okay, yeah.
Give it a shot. Get a couple more fine folks in here.
Black's Barbecue. Did you go out to eat at any places you like here?
Yeah, Buc-ee's. Went to fucking Buc-ee's, dude.
Yeah.
That was such an amazing place. Everyone hyped it up, and I'm like, yeah, it's like,
It lives up to the hype.
yeah. I'm just like, yeah, it's gonna be a fucking gas station with fucking pretzels or something, like, and some t-shirts and hats.
No, it's a fucking institution, dude.
You can just walk in, you don't have
is
to
a
wait for
religion.
anything.
They have it down to a science. They're like directing traffic in there. You're like, oh my god, there's 50 people in line. How the hell? I'm out in 30 seconds.
Yeah.
That's how quickly they rang me up, because like they have 8 cashiers going on at the same time, and there's no bullshit.
Yeah, and honestly, fantastic barbecue chicken.
Yeah.
I was shocked.
Their jerky is good too. All of their snacks are good too, man.
Might be half related from the last name. Heck yeah. I am Irish. I think my family's been here quite a while, and so maybe I would love to meet another distant relative. A lot of my relatives are goofy fellas in a good way, but you know, we got some characters in my modern family.
Huh. We're in New Braunfels. We made it. 9 miles away now.
Hell yeah.
I've done some. Oh, there's a Buc-ee's here too. I've been to New Braunfels a few times. It's kind of like the. It's like kind of the halfway point. A little more than halfway to San Antonio, basically. Have you gone to San Antonio yet?
No. I got asked to.
No, it's the same show.
Oh, that's funny. No, I haven't. I've really been here. I went to Waco. Some guy, Mike Ryan, asked me to do some show in Houston. He didn't schedule me to do it yet, but I haven't. But eventually.
Yeah.
He was cool. He was very helpful. It was funny, after my Kill Tony appearance, my stomach felt so terrible, as I told you earlier.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I was like, God, I want to go home so bad.
Yo.
What up?
Comedy Mothership.
Hell yeah. Yeah, my stomach hurt so bad, but then he told me to stay, and I was very happy I did.
Yeah.
Just know, if I talk to you out there, it was so close to shit. I could not sit down.
I remember you guys.
Yeah. I was fighting the urge to shit my pants.
Yeah. It happens some days. Like I said, the third time I got on, I almost shit my pants in traffic, and then I had shit like 5 times before getting on stage, and then like I was running on fumes once I got called up. I was just like, there's nothing left inside of my body except for my internal organs. That's it.
Thank you, Comedy Mothership. You're so kind. I love being complimented by digital entities.
Right.
Thank you, Comedy Mothership. Whoever, I'm glad you gained sentience as an account and are able to be nice to people. That's very progressive of.
Anytime I'll have like more than 30 people in here, it's mostly positive, but there's always one hater or troll that comes in and
That's
says something.
awesome.
And I love it. I'm just like, what? Imagine everyone liked you all the time. That would be horrible. Like you need a little bit of asshole sprinkled in just to switch things up a little bit.
I respond pretty good to negative feedback because I hate myself. It's way easier because like I can't take compliments at all. I get really uncomfortable, unfortunately. And
Bucky's next exit.
and then yeah, but if you tell me you hate me, I love that. Truly,
Oh yeah, he used to fucking troll